What's up, basketball fans? Welcome to the Rats Report. I will be doing my standing predictions, especially now that the rosters look a little bit more different between the trades of Minnesota and the New York Knicks as well. So let's get started. If you guys want to hit a like, guys, I'm doing this at 2:30 a.m. For every like I'll get a minute of sleep. So let's try to get to 60 likes. I'll hopefully get an extra hour of sleep here. So let's start with the Eastern Conference. I'm going to start with the bottom. Brooklyn Nets, not much going on there. They have a bunch of veterans. Maybe they look to trade off someone like a Dennis Schroeder. Maybe they don't. Who knows? The Brooklyn Nets aren't going to do much. Washington Wizards will be at the 14th spot here. I don't expect them to do much either. Again, they have some veterans that will probably very likely sell off. Kyle Kuzma, Jonas Valanciunas being one of them as well. Maybe the Lakers look to trade someone like Jonas Valanciunas. Who knows? Let's move on to the 13th spot here. We got the Detroit Pistons. Pistons team could move up a little bit. I want to see more. Again, they always look decent on paper, and then they come and play, and they don't play as well, right? So again, I got the Pistons here. The 12th spot here, I got the Charlotte Hornets. I believe I want to see is Mark Williams, who's already has injury before the season even started. Doesn't look good for a team. Again, Charlotte Hornets are a team that could easily finish 10th. The issue with them has always constantly been they're never healthy. LaMelo's never healthy. Mark Williams is, supposed to be their center. He's never healthy as well. So Nick Richards will get a lot of time there. I got the Hornets for now. I got the Toronto Raptors at the 11th spot. Now, I got the Raptors here for a couple of reasons, guys. For those wondering why I got them so low, they clearly said they're rebuilding, but most importantly, they got Bruce Brown, who's supposed to be a veteran piece off of the bench. A key rotational player off of the bench is injured. He had, I believe, a knee surgery. He's not going to be reevaluated for a couple weeks. And then who knows, again, the timeline of him rehabbing, how long it's going to take for him to get back on the court. Probably won't see him till November. And also their rookie as well. Jacoby Walter, again, no, I'm not saying he was going to be the reason they're going to be ninth or 10th, but also he does have a skill that the Raptors really, really need, and that is 3-point shooting as well. So again, two huge losses for them off of the bench, a bench that already wasn't really good to begin with. Now they're going to have Kelly Olynyk, Davion Mitchell, and probably very likely three rookies coming off the bench or three G League players with very little experience. So we'll see how the Raptors look, but for now, I got them at the 11th spot. The 10th spot here, I got the Chicago Bulls. They got Zach LaVine, who I think will play a lot better, right? DeMar's gone. He'll have the ball in his hands more. Kobe White is nice. Is Patrick Williams ever going to take a leap that many people expect? I don't know. But Josh Giddey will look nice as well. So for the time being, until they have their veterans, obviously Nikola Vucevic as well, we'll see what they do. But I do expect the rosters to still be a play-in tournament as long as they have those pieces still intact. Ninth spot here, I got the Atlanta Hawks. The reason is they're constantly, no matter what, with or without DeJounte Murray, this is a roster that's constantly finished around the 8 to 10 spot in the last few seasons. Again, just considering the competition ahead of them as well, I expect the Atlanta Hawks to kind of finish here. I do expect Trae Young to bounce back. Jalen Johnson will be a player that, is going to have a nice season as well. So we'll see how that roster does. On the 8th spot here, I got the Miami Heat. Now I got him here again. Hopefully Jimmy Butler's healthy. I want him to take the season more seriously. He's going to head into the offseason looking for a new contract. So definitely the Miami Heat hopefully do bounce back. They did lose Caleb Martin to the 76ers, so we'll see how that hurts them or doesn't. But Miami always seems to find these really, really good role players on their team as well. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit. I got the Miami Heat there. Seventh spot here, it's going to be a little bit controversial. Orlando Magic. I don't like their offense at all. KCP isn't going to magically just help their offense, guys. Yes, he helps them space the floor a little bit, but I mean, he's a 9, 10 points per guy, player. He's not going to have someone that's going to elevate their offense. It still has a lot of question. Isaac is healthy, but again, it kind of hurts their offense when he's playing as good as he is defensively. But we'll see. Again, Paulo is nice. France is nice. But besides that, they don't have a lot of offense. And on top of that, they lost Markelle Fultz, which will be a huge loss. And the Magic, I just want to state, is they'll be looking at guys like Judd Howard. They also will be looking at Anthony Black as well to take a leap forward. So they're really relying on their rookie to help them really ascend to a next level. And I'm not sure if they're ready for those roles just yet. So that's why I got the Magic slipping a little bit here. Sixth spot here, I got the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are a solid team. Pascal Siakam's there the whole season. Benedict Mathurin had a season-ending injury, last season. He'll be back as well. And hopefully Tyrese Halliburton has healthy legs this season. I wouldn't be surprised if the Indiana Pacers honestly finish as high as fourth. Did not be surprised. They also got some intriguing young players. They did lose Jalen Smith in the offseason to the Bulls, which is also one of the reasons I got the Bulls still being a respectable team. But we'll see what happens. With the standings of the East, it's kind of hard to predict the top five, top six. But here we go. This is where the fun begins. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Again, a still really good regular season team. They got Evan Mobley there, how are the duo of Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland going to look? That is the big question heading into next season. Do they ultimately look to move off of Darius Garland? I think so, but that's probably going to be discussions that will be had after the season when Cleveland doesn't make yet another deep playoff run. So we'll see what happens. Fourth spot here, I'm actually going to put the Milwaukee Bucks. I've been really high on them. I like the addition of Gary Trent Jr. Taurean Prince is a nice addition as well, but Chris Middleton's already injured as well. His injuries had just been terrible last, 2, 3 seasons, whatever it was after they won the championship. Really unfortunate for them. And then I do believe the Bucks will sacrifice wins because they want to be healthy during the playoffs. We saw what happened with Dame. We saw what happened with Giannis. They're probably going to rest him more just so they ensure that those guys are healthy come playoff time. And Brook Lopez is getting a season older as well. Third spot here, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. Nice addition of Paul George here. I really like that addition. Really helps them kind of form like a big three. Tyrese Maxey is amazing. The only question is, how is that going to kind of impact? We've seen this time and time again. We saw this literally with the Clippers where too many guys need the ball. Paul George needs it. Paul George needs the ball. Kawhi needs the ball. James Harden needs the ball, right? So let's see how that works, especially come playoff time. But again, we'll see. Regular season, I think they'll do fine. Number two here, I got the Boston Celtics. And no, this isn't because of the Karl Anthony Towns trade. The Boston Celtics, I believe, will be here is for one simple reason: Kristaps Porzingis injury. He is huge, been a huge, huge part of their defense and just being a rim protector. He's not going to be back till January. So that's a big loss for them. If anything happens to Al Horford, they're already very thin at the center position. So that's not going to be good news for the Boston Celtics. I think it will hurt them a little bit. Also, they just won the championship. I don't think they care for regular season wins. Obviously, they'll still be a really good team. Don't get me wrong, but we'll see what happens. I got the New York Knicks at the number one spot here. Again, I didn't really like Julius Randle being there. Karl Anthony Towns is nice. I do think they're going to kind of struggle a little bit in the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. Again, if you want to watch more details about that trade, make sure to check out my last video. But these are my Eastern Conference standings. Let's move on to the Western Conference here. Starting at the bottom here, got the Portland Trailblazers. Again, they got a nice young core, but I don't see them being better than some of the other teams ahead of them. What are they going to do with guys like Jeremy Grant? Are they going to finally move off of him? We'll see what happens. So I really do want to say I really, really do like the addition of Danny Avdia there. He's a good forward and a defensive forward as well, which is something they kind of need, right? A very versatile forward. So again, maybe this is the season they definitely look to move off with Jeremy Grant now that they have someone like Danny there as well. 14th spot here, I got the Utah Jazz. I want to put the Jazz a little bit higher. The reason I don't is for the next team, which I'll explain in just a moment. But Jazz are an interesting team. Are they going to move off of Colin Sexton? Are they going to finally trade Jordan Clarkson? We keep hearing these rumors every season. They want to tank, but they also have Lauri Markkanen. So it's a weird little thing there. I don't know what they're doing. We'll have to find out next offseason if they finally move off of Lauri Markkanen because they can no longer trade him during the season because of the contract he signed during the offseason. The reason I got the Utah Jazz there is because I got the Spurs at the 13th spot, excuse me. I got the Spurs here for one reason. Victor Wembanyama is good, but just considering the some of the teams ahead of them, I just can't justify putting the Spurs higher. Would it surprise me if they finished as high as 10th or 11th? No, it would not. Chris Paul has done wonders. As old as he is, we keep thinking he's washed, and then he bounces back and surprises us, just like he did with Oklahoma City Thunder many, many years ago, right? So we'll see with the Spurs what they do. Obviously, Victor is the key piece there. He's going to continue to grow. Let's move on to the 12th spot here. Now, this is where it gets really funky. Funky, funky, funky. It's so hard again, guys. I wanna see something. This is just unfiltered. I haven't pre-planned this. A lot of YouTubers have a script they go off of. This is not a script. I'm just going pretty raw dogging this pretty much. I don't know if that's the right term for this, but I'm just going off of my instincts here. And it's so hard. It is so hard to put any team here. Uh, it's gonna be a really, really hard one to put this. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the Los Angeles Lakers here, guys. There's no reason to believe the Lakers will be good this season. They got a first-year head coach in JJ Redick. LeBron and AD, but one of them gets injured. That roster sucks. Let's be honest. D'Angelo Russell gives you some sort of production, but I mean, do they have great young pieces that they can rely on to develop? No, Bronny James isn't going to do much. Let's be honest. And I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Lakers. They're a weird team. I want to see them play first before I do anything with the Lakers. So again, I got them at the 10th spot. 11th spot here. I got the Houston Rockets. Again, might be a little bit unpopular. I know the Rockets did well last season until injuries caught up to them. What are they going to do with Jalen Green? I think Alperen Sengun's going to be the next big thing in terms of big man being up there, but we'll see. We need to see it first before we're just giving them the spot. They need to earn it, right? Like a lot of young teams, they look good on paper, but will they play well? Let's see what happens. At the 10th spot here, I'm gonna put the Warriors again. The Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Przinski. I do expect big things from them, but the big question for them is Draymond Green and Steph Curry's health. If they stay healthy, Warriors will be fine. They could even move up to the ninth or eighth spot. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. But the Warriors, again, Draymond, especially last season without him, they were well under 500 when he didn't play. And when they did, above 500, of course. So Draymond is a key part of that roster. As many people as, may say he's on the decline, which he is. He's still a very important part of that roster as well. So we'll see what happens. Ninth spot here, I got the Clippers. You know what? Kawhi is injured. How much is James Harden going to carry? I don't know. I really don't know. Kawhi is injured already. I don't know what to say about that roster. I do expect James Harden to have a bounce back season, but we'll see. So eighth spot here, I got the Pelicans. Again, I can't justify them putting them over any of the other teams here. So Pelicans will be Pelicans. They need to figure out the Brandon Ingram situation there. Zion needs to stay healthy, but most importantly, the Pelicans don't have a center. That's going to hurt them a lot. Daniel Tice isn't a great center, and especially not a starting one anyway. So we'll see what happens. Seventh spot here. I'm actually going to put the Kings. You know what? They'll be a good regular season team. Wouldn't surprise me if they finish sixth or even fifth, but I want to see it first that DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox, Demontis Sabonis fit is going to be so awkward, guys. So awkward. None of them are great three-point shooters. De'Aaron Fox is, but that's not his game. He's not going to shoot 9, 10 threes like Steph Curry and hit 40% of them. He can hit maybe, a respectable rate shooting six of them. I know he shot it really well last season, but again, Demontis and DeMar just being there, that's a really, really weird fit. I do not like that. But again, the Kings will be a good regular season team. Wouldn't surprise me, like I said, if they finish higher. Sixth spot here, I got the Memphis Grizzlies. I want to see Ja Morant next season. I wish him good health. But we can't deny the fact that Ja is definitely going to be load managing a bit next season. He had a few injuries last season. They're not just going to play him 75, 80 games a season. Definitely wanted to rest a little bit. The goal is to get to the playoffs, be healthy like it is with a lot of top five, top six teams in each conference. So that's going to be the goal. Zach Edey will be nice there. I will say Marcus Smart needs to get healthy as well. But I think the Grizzlies will do fine this season. Fifth spot here, I got the Phoenix Suns again. New head coach Tyus Jones signed in for really cheap in free agency. They finally got a point guard, so I do think the Phoenix Suns will look really good this season. Hopefully, Kevin Durant's healthy again. Devin Booker's going to do his thing, and hopefully Bradley Beal is healthy as well. So we'll see how that roster does. Regular season, I think they'll be fine here. Hot take here. I got the Minnesota Timberwolves at the fourth spot. Julius Randle is such an odd fit there, guys. He took the same amount of threes. I believe it was 5.3 threes last season. And guess what percentage he shot from the 3-point line? 31%. That is going to be such an awkward fit with Rudy Gobert being there, both of them being in the paint. And I mean, they did lose Kyle Anderson as well. I mean, I know they got Dante DiVincenzo. I don't see them being, I'm not saying they're going to be bad guys. Don't get me wrong. That fit there is going to be really weird. And on top of that, I believe the chemistry is going to take a while to form there. I got the Minnesota Timberwolves for that reason at the fourth spot. Three spot here, I got the Denver Nuggets. Again, they lose key rotational players every offseason. Bruce Brown, KCP, everyone makes a big deal, and then they end up finding another rotational player, right? I will say Russell Westbrook will be interesting. Hopefully, he runs that bench unit, maybe provides a little bit more production. I mean, it's better to have, Russell Westbrook off the bench than have a rookie or second year player. As much as people may not like Russell, at least he'll do a little bit in terms of production for them. Number two here, I'm going to go Dallas Mavericks. They hit free agency really well. Signed Klay Thompson. I mean, such a good complementary player. He may not be the same Klay Thompson. It doesn't matter, guys. Klay Thompson's still going to hit 36, 37% from the three. You need these kind of three-point shooters with Luka and Kyrie handling the ball so much. He's going to complement their game really well. Oklahoma City Thunder, no doubt here, guys. This is just, I mean, they had such a good offseason. Traded for Alex Caruso. Then they signed Isaiah Hartenstein in free agency. They checked off I mean, they didn't need Alex Caruso. No disrespect to Alex, you know, they got good defense already with Isaiah Hartenstein being there. And trading for Alex Caruso is just a cherry on top. They did fabulous. So again, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. These are what my standings look like. I'll go back to the Eastern Conference one more time. Also, guys, don't forget to hit a like on the way out. It's 2:30. I was really tempted to sleep. I bought this video for you guys. 60 likes. Let's go to 60 likes. One like, I get an extra minute of sleep. 60 likes, I get an extra hour of sleep. Hopefully, you know, when I get to bed, by the time I upload this video, it'll probably be 3:30. So here's to me getting a good sleep. Here's to you guys hopefully enjoying this video. And if you do like it, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. So that will be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.